The Rap Roundtable.
The most racial podcast on YouTube is back. It is the Rap Roundtable. Arguably the most dangerous podcast going right now, the way these comments is looking, Sin.
Hey, listen, man. They coming after us, man.
All I can say, my brother, is our opinions are our own. You know what I mean? Listen, it's your boy Jav here, alongside Sincere the Rap Snob.
What up, what up?
Alongside Deanie the Balance.
May the force be with you.
The homie Mase couldn't be with us tonight. You know, we still got jobs and careers. You know, we're not just some talking heads on the internet. but Mase's segment will still be on deck. He makes sure that his presence was felt, even if he wasn't here tonight.
Masito.
You know what I'm saying? But fellas, you know what I mean? Where's my favorite drop?
We are tonight's entertainment.
That we are. You can find the
vibes.
Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the socials. We are out there. We're active. Tap in with us.
Everywhere.
Again, the new subscribers, we appreciate y'all. Since the last time we recorded, the numbers have gone up. And if you notice, we've pulled up a little sooner than we normally do. So I hope you appreciate what we're doing for y'all and what y'all are doing for us. Be clear, without y'all, there's no us. You know what I mean?
We fuck with y'all. Y'all
the
fuck with us.
damn near double.
Yo, crazy.
Listen, man.
Heavy.
Listen, I don't know what's going on.
Y'all catching on.
Hey.
Y'all catching on. That's
Y'all
what's
might
up.
not like what we saying, but you're catching on.
Y'all watching. Y'all listening.
They argue with us, but then go find more shit to argue about, which is a good thing.
People like
see
to
y'all.
argue.
You know what I
Y'all
mean?
not leaving just one comment. Y'all
Several.
leaving like five different videos.
Quite a few.
Several, yeah. And you know what? Some
we
of
appreciate
y'all,
that.
Some of y'all ducked the stray. If y'all heard the audio, y'all caught the strays. But if y'all didn't watch the video, y'all ducked the stray on the YouTube. Just so you know.
Boom.
Shout out to Leah, because she didn't get to see the shout out of the last episode. Leah, and we love you, girl.
Polite.
Stay in them comments.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Pour up when you see us. But fellas, let's get right to it. Don't waste no time. The homie Nas, the hottest topic in hip hop the past 2 to 3 weeks, dropped what people are calling a classic, what we're calling a classic.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
If not a classic, damn near.
Damn near.
Damn near.
You got people upset that we didn't give it a 5. We rated the album 4.75, 4.5, 4.5, and 4.5. And people are still arguing with us in the comments.
Where's that .5?
Where's
High
the
ranks,
0.5?
man.
How could you not like that one song that I like?
Sounding like Majid.
But there's the drop.
Wow.
You got an A minus?
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Oh my
What?
God. Terrible, bro.
Hey, yo.
Hey, we might have to bleep that out. You know, it's a new world out there. You can't
we
be
might
saying
have,
shit
yeah,
like
we
that.
might have to dump
Not
that.
that there's anything wrong with that.
But the issue came out in the week after its release that the sales didn't do what a lot of people thought it would do. The first week was somewhere around 22,000. King's Disease 2, by comparison, did about 56,000. So there was some articles that were written and some reactions to Nas fans, from Nas fans, who felt like it was a lot of shade thrown by these scribes who talked about the album sales. So Sincere, let's set the tone right now. What are your thoughts on Magic's sales, and what are your thoughts on the reaction to those sales?
So what? So what? Listen, man. Me personally, I've never gone into any hip hop conversation and started pulling out numbers and charts and chart landings and positioning. I've never talked about any of that stuff when it comes to the music, the art, MCing, are the beats dope, the artistry. Like, come on, man. Like, Nas is, 30-some years into it. He's given us elite music. If you like it, appreciate it. If you don't like it, then move along. But to start talking about, like, for a surprise drop at the end of the year, no promotion, nothing, to start talking about numbers? Come on, man. Come on. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is hip hop. MCing. Go away, man.
Deanie, tap in, bro. What are your thoughts on the reaction to the sales or lack thereof from Nas and Hit Boy?
As the person I am, I do think sales somewhat do matter in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
But in this instance, I don't care. To second what Sin says, it's the music, like he said, man, pure vino. Like Nas gave everything on this album. Hit Boy gave everything on this album. It's almost the closest thing to a flawless album I've heard in a long time. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of maybe a couple albums that I heard this last year. You know, shout out to Roman Ran. But it's, what more do you want from the man, bro? Like, at the end of the day, like, the record sales are the record sales. He dropped the album with no promo, just gave it to the people, gift wrapped it so you could enjoy good music. And y'all still complaining quality bars, quality beats.
So, Dini, are you asking?
The fuck are you talking about?
I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about, bro.
Okay.
Like this is Nas, B.
Yo, and not for nothing, but like let's name some names because I remember the headline.
Oh, you got the names?
It was no.
Oh.
It was no. It was literally.
Have some fun.
I'm talking about like the platform.
Okay.
The site Hiphop DX with like what could only be described as just a clickbait, salacious headline calling his numbers dismal or what was it? Was it dismal?
Dismal was accurate.
I think disappointment was there as well.
Come on, man.
You can have a disappointment for an album nobody knows about?
This is the third album in less than a year and a half. Like, what are we talking about? Let's
all
talk
fire.
about what really matters, yo. Like, and then the reviews are all fire. All the reviews are touting it as an amazing piece of what, like, at least the reviews I've seen.
Sid, I'm about to give you an alley though.
What's up?
Pitchfork, I believe it was his
Man, fuck Pitchfork. Get the fuck out of here. Next.
Swipe
Next.
left,
Yeah,
nigga.
they gave that shit a
Next
6.8, bro.
Swipe
6.8?
left.
6.8, bro.
Impossible.
Get the trash cans.
Son, Sid didn't even let me get the alley up. He already dunked this shit. Damn. But I guess to a certain degree, I'm in lockstep with y'all. Like, we know what we heard. Like, a lot of times, you know, we always talk about basketball here at the Rap Roundtable. When it comes to our favorite players like Kobe, my favorite argument is I know what I saw. When the stat nerds start throwing analytics at me, I'd be like, I know what I saw. When it comes to Nas, I say, I know what I heard. And again, I am the furthest thing from a Nas fan on this show. So if I'm giving Nas albums a 4 and a 4.5 in the same calendar year, 4.2 the year before for King's Disease 1, this is me.
Major.
That's major. The quality is there. So I guess the natural transition would be, where is that balance between sales and critical acclaim?
Because it could go the opposite way. You could sell a shit ton of records and the album be doodle.
Okay.
That's a fact.
So that means the music is good. If we're talking about the music, we're talking about the music. Sales are sales. Sales are gonna definitely be a part of the game, especially in hip hop, because that's, you know, the whole glamour, the glitz, and everything about it. Grit on the grit, glit on the glit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like I said, your ears. If your ears had a number counter, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your ear that album would have went platinum. But we don't listen from my ears sometimes in the game. Well, they don't listen from their ears.
It is so far removed from Nas's era. Like,
Okay.
why are we even expecting him to do like crazy numbers at this point in his career? Be happy about, like, it's like I'm mad that it was even brought up, that people are even paying attention to this. Like, if this was like 98, 96, 2000, all right, then I could see.
Arguable.
I still wouldn't care, but I could see the conversation happening. It's 2022. Nas we thought was in the twilight of his career, but it seems like he has a third wind that's beneath his wings. It's just appreciate what he's given us. So what if not enough people heard it? We heard it, and it's incredible work, man. Just appreciate.
Well, I guess I'll jump in and I'll say that there is a fine line between quality, critical acclaim, and sales. Sometimes there's artists who do hit that sweet spot where they move units and they make classics.
Fire.
You know what I mean? Like Kendrick Lamar is an example of that.
Yeah.
Whether you want to hear it or not, Jay-Z's an example of that. There's some critical acclaim albums that did 2 and 3 million sales. Okay, it happened. You know, then on the flip side of that, you have guys that the culture doesn't embrace, like an Eminem, who moved a lot of units. But if you ask the culture, a lot of those albums were trash.
Yeah.
But if you go to every mall in America, you'll hear that joint with Rihanna spinning for hours on top of hours. So there's a fine line with that. And I guess, you know, I'll lean into what Sin says. A lot of times people don't want to think. So if it requires a certain level of thought, a certain level of digestion, they don't want it. They want the dollar menu albums. They want the empty calorie albums. You know what I mean?
I'm more upset publications than speak about it. Like, damn, y'all let Nas only hit 22K. Nas spitting like that.
And that's the problem with these gatekeepers, Deanie. Is like they never say the right thing. Everything is so clout driven that they'd rather roast a legend for not moving the right amount of units, as opposed to saying, hip hop, you failed. You should have tapped into this album.
To this beautiful album.
Yeah,
Okay.
they trying to shit on Nas. Y'all should be shitting on the listening audience.
Oh yeah.
For not tapping in.
Not tapping in.
I guess this is where someone has to be a villain. Because I'm not moving off of this. I had some shit to say.
God damn it,
I
Josh.
told
What are you doing?
I told Sin in the group chat that I had some bars for the same people who are in the comment sections shooting at us. You Nas fans done pitchforked all over the internet, upset at these publications for talking bad about the album sales. Why you ain't go get that shit? You telling me it's only 22,000 Nas fans? Where the fuck they was at? Where the fuck y'all was at? Y'all can't even argue with me this time. Y'all know I'm right.
Yeah.
Because 22,000 units, if you this big Nas fan, the minute Nas says he's dropping, y'all supposed to go cop.
Click
and again,
that.
I'm going to go be bad right now. If Jay-Z dropped a surprise album,
Here we go.
if Jay-Z dropped that surprise
moving
album,
units.
Here we go.
100K first week, platinum by the end of the
That's
month.
because Jay-Z sold out a long time ago.
Hey, but now,
Yeah,
but the whole fans show up. The whole fans always show up. Where you Nas fans at? Y'all busy arguing with me in the comment section where you supposed to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts getting that fucking album.
The whole
you guys
stand
failed.
support.
So from now on, when y'all argue with me, this is all I gotta say to y'all.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking
And then I'm
about?
gonna follow that with,
Get the fuck
because you
outta
ain't copped the album. You niggas failed. I'm
Where y'all
sorry,
was
Sin.
at?
Sin, am I wrong? They should have went and got it.
You're not wrong. You're just an asshole.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Applaud me. Salud, you Nas. I love y'all, though. But y'all failed.
Where your ass was at?
22,000 sold? Imagine Jay-Z dropping that, please.
They did my man nasty though.
Oh, yeah. Y'all did it. Not they. Y'all. Point at them, Didi. You always want to be the
My
good
man,
guy,
man.
Didi.
Yo, I like to keep a balance, man. Y'all did my man nasty though. 22K the first week.
22K?
Nas.
After
Yeah,
King's
no,
Disease 2,
I
y'all
was-
Spitting like
told
that?
the whole world it was a classic and y'all ain't gonna get magic?
You know what else just makes me feel, makes me think about when Raekwon and Ghostface did their verses and like the numbers was like 50,000
Yo!
in the live.
Crazy.
Where are y'all?
Where the heads at?
Y'all are too busy being in comments and not supporting.
Yo, it's a lot of fraudulence on the internet. Y'all be chatting, but y'all not living your life. Y'all scribbling in your notepads,
Nah, don't do that.
creating your life.
Wow.
But then when it's time for y'all to show up and y'all talk about y'all want the real hip hop, y'all don't ever show up. We show up, and then you argue with us.
In the comments.
The fuck out of here, yo. Nas fans, do better. Magic is a classic. What is it? Those publications, do better.
Kick rocks, man.
Hip Hop DX, and everybody else who failed Nas, do better.
Pitchfork is so trash.
Shit.
So trash.
See, I managed to defend Nas and shit on Nas fans. That was great work right there.
There was
And drop a
there was
mean
this,
Nas
but
bar.
hold up, there was this other review I saw on YouTube. I think his name is Fontano or something like that. He's like a well-known online entity reviewer or whatever presence, personality. His review was nothing but positive words, positive. It was an all-around positive review, right? He had nothing bad to say about the project. Then it comes down to the rating. He's like, yeah, I'll give it a good 6.
6? What is 6
Out of
about
10?
Magic? What is 6 about it?
I don't know. No.
How do you have such
now
good
The beats
listen,
are fire.
if
The
you-
bars are fire.
But
beats.
if you say that there was something that you didn't like about it, then I could see it.
Right.
But he didn't mention anything negative about the project. All he had was positive words. 6.
Weird.
What?
It's almost like the man is playing a role in sabotaging cryptocurrency Nas. Like, come on now. Come on now. Like, there's nothing 6 about that album.
Nothing.
The concepts, the subject matter, the bar
flows.
words, the beats.
Everything.
Man, listen.
Timing.
The flow,
Everything, man.
the
Cadence.
What did he give Donda?
who?
That same guy. Do you know?
Oh, I don't know.
We gonna find out.
You know,
and
no,
spin back.
you know what it was, because you know how good. Like I went in the Google app, and you know how Google tries to tell you, like
Yeah.
you're probably interested in this. So it just popped up
Babylon.
yesterday, and I clicked on it. I shouldn't have wasted my time.
No, but you did, because you created content for us. But Kanye West seems to be doing a rollout of some sorts. We saw text messages with Mailbag about Donda 2, and he's linking up with the game. It's a lot of things moving with Kanye. I don't want to spoil everything in the opening of this segment, but because he's a prodigal son, and if you're familiar with the show, when it's Kanye time and it's Nas time, we usually go to Sincere the Rap Snob first. So with everything Kanye has been doing, you can lay it out for us to play it out.
So yeah, man, it's about to be Yeezy season all over again. First, I have to premise this with again, and I've said it before at the table. I'll say it again. I don't mind admitting when I was wrong.
Oh,
I didn't think so. First, we're coming off of Donda. Kanye has now, split up with Kim, which we called a long time ago. We was like, yo, he needs to get away from Kim and that whole family and Calabasas and all that
she was
shit.
The muse.
Get that? No, man, because all the stuff he was putting out while he was in that marriage was trash, bro.
When he was in the sunken place,
like mid at best, right? Jesus is King, Yay. Those projects was not hitting like that, right? But we said a while ago, we were like, yo, he needs to get away from this relationship, from this marriage, from that family. And if that split up ever happens, we're gonna get Yeezy season back. We're gonna get Yeezy the way we supposed to get it. And it looks like that's happening. He's just coming off Donda, right? The whole split up happens now. There's a whole there's nothing but it's rollout season right now.
It is.
Like there's rumors about Donda 2, right? And then there's a lot of flicks with him in the studio, ASAP Rocky, Pusha T, The Game. Somebody
Antonio Brown
for some reason,
Black 100,
and then
FaceTiming with Primo,
that's beautiful right there. Then there was this video with him just chilling with Madonna and Floyd Mayweather.
That was weird.
It was a little weird, but we see the rollout machine happening. Not to be left behind. All of a sudden, we get a TMZ story with him laying out some rando in the street. We don't see it happening. We like the video that came out that circulated. Only picks up from where Kanye's off in the distance and somebody's trying to calm him down, and then like some rando dude is in the street just laid out. First of all,
oh my God, that's crazy.
Yo, first of all, like I could not see Kanye laying anybody out.
Right.
I just don't see it happening.
Kanye is not that dumb.
He's
old school Gemini.
So this can only be rollout, right? We haven't it happened, and then we haven't heard about it since. Like it was just like a clickable item to be out there. You know what I mean? Kanye's his brand is Gemini. 1 minute he's being artistic. 1 minute he's in the studio creating classics. The other minute he's fucking wilding out.
I guess my question would be, is Donda 2 coming sooner than we expect?
It has to.
I think it's right around the corner. I think it's really about to be Yeezy season back. I'm here for it. I'm glad for it. Again, here at the Rap Roundtable, I've talked a lot about the ups and downs between, my in terms of my appreciation.
From episode 6 of this shit, we've been chronicling the rise fall of Kanye West.
And I said in the past, I was like, yo, I'm kind of done with him. It doesn't look like I'm done with him. It doesn't look like hip hop is done with him. It doesn't look like he's done with hip hop.
Well, let the record show that Deanie and I never believed you. Let's get that out the way.
We said you'd be back, man.
I'm looking at this, and then I think there was a tweet or a comment or something where Hit Boy said that him and Ye are back together. And this is what I talked about with Ye and Champagne Papi. All of this catty rap beef, cut it out. Stop. Like, yo, Hit Boy, he does a lot of talking. I like his beats, but stop letting. If it's not real beef, I'm not a proponent of violence, but if it's personality conflict with someone that you're friends with,
stay off the net.
Stop telling the publications. Stop talking about it in interviews, because you're gonna hug it out when you see him. Big Sean is gonna hug it out with Kanye when they see each other again. Because Kanye is one of those guys. He's a Gemini, and this is a Gemini thing. Like they create messes and then they try to clean it up. They charm you into cleaning it up. You know what I mean? I know very well about Geminis. So with that being said, stop talking about it. Am I excited that Ye and Hit Boy back together? Absolutely. You see what Hit Boy's doing right now?
Yeah, man.
Hit Boy and Ye seems to be finding himself again out of the sunken place, getting his powers back. He grew his hair back. The stupid haircut is gone.
There you
know
go.
what I mean? He got the single dad goatee happening. I saw it on the internet today. So he seems to be finding himself again. I'm excited. But he does a song with The Game. And he's talking about Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, Deanie. Did you hear the bars? Because
he was spitting on that joint, though.
He was getting off.
He was spitting.
Maybe Pusha T was spitting. I don't know. Did he write that? I don't know. Shout out to Mase.
Yo, first off, like, Kanye was my MVP for the years. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't like that. Well, go ahead. They ain't like that in the comments at all. But go ahead. Did you see the comments on that post?
No, I didn't.
Go ahead.
Well, it's Kanye, bro. Like when I said I knew you'd be back, it wasn't because I thought you was a flip flopper at all.
Never left.
I just I knew Kanye just had what it takes to pull you back in. Like, I just see this as momentum from what he did last year. He's just continuing going. Like, Antonio Brown, bro, of all times.
AB.
Game, Whack 100, like, of all times. Pusha T's back in the mix. Studio vibes going.
Dropped a new record or a feature.
ASAP Rocky drink where we can't hear no sound. Like, there's major things happening. Laying out people in the street. There is major works going on now.
Quote unquote.
If this is not a rollout, I don't know what it is. It might not. For all we know, it might not be Donda 2.
Also, I think there's a deal situation with himself, Gap, and Balenciaga.
Just became the top dog.
Yeah.
I think them boots is giving Kanye powers, man. Since he put them boots on, he has not failed yet, man.
Yeezy don't fail me now. Now I'm excited to see where this goes, and I get the sneaking suspicion that as much as he's doing gospel work, I think rap Yeezy might be bubbling back to the surface, because the way he was rapping on that Game joint, that's not gospel bars at all.
It's not
at all.
You know, I don't think God wants you to rap about beating up Pete Davidson. You know what I mean? So I think coming out of the sunken place, finding himself, not being broke again, seems like him and Hove have kind of mended the fences a bit. I don't know the depths of that. Again, like the great reset that we keep talking about, we've been preaching about it since episode 1, even the prequel episodes back in the day. The great reset is continuing to transpire. We're getting all of these great acts coming together to make quality music, because I don't like the Game, but that beat sounded fire.
And he was
that
rapping.
pocket Yeezy was in, you know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, hey, I'm excited for what hip hop has to bring to the table.
It's looking good.
And if Donda 2 comes out by summertime or spring, I am here for it.
It might come out before
he was saying how it's time, you know, this is their time to control the sound. That's what he was trying. That's what he was telling Primo on that FaceTime. Look, just seeing Kanye FaceTiming Primo and telling telling that, I think it was Primo's child, young child. He's like, yo, your father's my my
idol.
My idol. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm feeling a different energy coming out of Kanye right now. I'm here for the season. Kanye season.
It's feeling real northern in hip hop. I know some of y'all don't like that, but I'm telling you, like the control that we once had incrementally is coming back forward. You know, a lot of the bullshit that's been you think about it. Where's Lil Pump been? Where's Lil Yachty been? I'm pretty sure they're putting out music, but they're not getting the headlines.
Quality of the music's been immense over the last couple years.
They're not controlling the culture anymore. Like, quality music is controlling the culture.
Is this the only positive thing about COVID-19, maybe?
Yes, that's it. From the time this pandemic started, the quality of hip-hop has reverted back to what it once was, as far as it can't be bullshit. You know what I mean?
Got verses out of this shit.
Yeah, even the quality of the drill rap is improved.
It's improved, yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that. But before the young people get upset with us, all these old heads yet again, Mase couldn't be with us, but he decided to drop a little segment, his young rapper segment, here on the Rap Roundtable. So let's hear from the homie Masito, as coined by Dini.
Hey, it's your boy Masito, 1-4, the Rap Roundtable, the heroes that you need. Now, I'm here to give you the new rap news here for episode 38. Got a couple little issues going on. We're going to start off with NBA Youngboy. He heated the game up this week, I won't lie. He dropped his new song, Bring the Hook, basically drawing the line in the sand between him and Lil Durk, the whole OTF crew. Said he was rolling up the O Block pack. If you know the issues between his artist Quando Rondo and the death of King Von, Lil Durk's artist, then we ain't even really got to speak more on this, but he's definitely drawing the line in the sand. And as my guys say, everything is always a rollout. So that was to basically the first song for his new mixtape that should be dropping here in the next couple weeks. Now, we have a couple albums that actually dropped this week. We got From a Bird's Eye View. That was from Corday. I'm not going to front, I didn't listen to that one, but that's a fan favorite. I know Sin, my guy Sin the Raps, now I rock with him, so we'll listen to that soon. But I did listen to Drip Season 4 from Gunna. Now, it's a little bit of a fall off from 1 and Drip Season 3, his last couple full-length projects. But you got a couple joints on there that you might rock with. Pushin' P with Thug and Future. Thought I Was Playing with 21 Savage. And How You Did That with Kodak are some joints that I'm really rocking with. Now, speaking of Kodak, he also had things a little shaky this week. He attended a Vancouver Canuck Florida Panthers hockey game, and in the background, it seemed somebody recorded him having sex in the VIP box there at the stadium. That wasn't the case. He was actually getting a lap dance from his new artist, Essence. But he definitely was going viral this week because nobody knew what was going on. Kodak was everywhere. So if we hear any more songs from Essence, if we hear anything from Kodak, we gonna let you know. But it's your boy here, Mase. Here from the Rap Roundtable. We are Army, better yet the Navy. You feel me? I'll see y'all soon.
The homie Mase, applaud that man. Yes, sir. I ain't gonna lie, fellas. When I saw what Kodak did, you couldn't tell me he wasn't clapping cheeks.
Could not, bro.
I still don't believe he wasn't clapping cheeks
It's
because
Kodak.
That lean over that he did is usually a telltale sign of some cheek clappage taking place and
finishing up.
Right, and then the way that people in the other suites were looking over him, something sound. They heard some claps.
Things are going.
Things are going.
Yo, and we all know Kodak is like not all there. Like,
Super Gremlin.
Yeah, he's
little Kodak.
Yeah. He's liable of doing some shit like that.
Can we circle back real quick? We talked about Kanye, but that young harlot that he's been running around with, I forget her name. She was in Uncut Gems, but Jesus, the wagon on that, the yams. Whoa, Kanye clearly has a type. He likes him light and curvy.
Yes.
Kim, you paying attention?
Extra curvy.
You better get your man back, cause he outside. Okay.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
Demon time. Thank the Lord.
No.
Wow, bro.
Leave that man where he
That's
is,
crazy,
man.
bro.
We about to get some fire music out of him.
If y'all ain't listeners, if y'all don't know who Kanye's dating, just Google it and go take a look at Shorty or go look up the chick from Uncut Gems. Wagon. Listen to me. Man. On the Joe Budden podcast, he made a comment about Future being amongst the elites in rap. I think he placed him next to Kendrick, next to Drake, next to Kool, and a few other names as far as his viability. I forgot the word you used, but he's basically putting him in that realm. Now,
man.
Be clear.
Market share.
Market share, which means that he's just as important as some of these guys. When he drops, things move, things shift. That's what the market share is all about.
Mm-hmm.
As a Future fan, I don't believe that for a second. You know what I mean?
Get the fuck out of here.
Joe, relax. Yo.
Chill out.
I love Future. Future is in my rotation.
Heavy.
Any playlist I make, if Future has a record, he's in the playlist. But to say that he has the same market share, how? I don't know that. Is Future a clickable item like them? If Future does something, does it matter in hip hop? Yes. But what about pop culture? I disagree. Sin, you say what?
I say get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
Get all the way the fuck out of here.
Wow.
No, listen, I've been saying this from the very first episode of our podcast. We need two categories. We need to call, one. I mean, if it's all under the umbrella of hip hop, that's fine. I'm not, I'm not as stringent in terms of that matter of it as I once was. We could call it all hip hop, right? And have like this umbrella term, and we have different subgenres, but the subgenres have to be like, they have to be defined, because you can't tell me you're gonna put a Future and a Kendrick or a Future and a Kool in the same realm. Like there's no way. There's no way. Cause Kendrick and Kool can do what Future does.
Yeah, easy.
Future cannot do what Kendrick and Kool does, right? So these are not two of the same type of artists. No way. Get the fuck out of here.
But they occupy the same space in the sense. You get what I'm saying? Maybe he doesn't mean market share as far as like lyricism. Maybe he means market share as far as like putting asses in the seats. Like if Future's having a tour, I'm sure a lot of people come out. Like the way if Kendrick had a tour, if he had some new music out. But like the way Kendrick would have a tour, and a lot of people would be, a lot of butts would be in the seats. You get what I'm saying?
If Kendrick and Future drop same day. What's gonna happen?
If you
Kendrick is blowing him out the water,
it's-
sales-wise.
Yeah, absolutly. Because, like I said, we haven't got music from him in a long time. It's kind of like
It don't matter if he dropped year to year. Kendrick would outsell Future, bro.
It's all around sales. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But as far, but how far would Future be out there though? How bad would it be? You think?
Bad. Because
What, a million to what? Like 200,000-300,000?
I say, I wouldn't say a million. I would say like Kendrick could do like maybe 5 or 6, and I think Future's gonna do about 1 or 2 right now.
Okay.
But I think the difference,
Yeah,
and
especially today, like Future.
And
Kendrick's a bad example because like
that.
the
But-
world
but
is
he-
waiting to hear from him. So
but is it a bad example when Joe was putting these guys next to each other? When one guy is clearly gonna move units. I think when we talk about market shit, units has to matter.
Yeah.
Touring has to matter. You trending on the internet, being a clickable item has to
Sales.
matter. Sales, all of that. So it's like, when I think about it, I think the great divide between Future and Kendrick and the obvious elites, Drake and Cole, is white people. I think Kendrick is more, he's elite amongst black hip hop. But then once you start bringing in the whites, it's a great divide. Like, you can't put them there. Because if we're talking market share, we're talking about money, we're talking about visibility, viability, right? White people change. White people is what makes rappers megastars. Future's not a megastar. So how could he be in that same conversation?
You don't think he's a
megastar though? He's
megastar?
not a megastar. You don't
Not
think
like the guys that
no,
Joe
not
said.
like that. But I
just
mean,
a few steps
Well,
behind though?
you know what? Thank you, Sin. Be clear. When I say he's not a megastar, I'm talking about in comparison to Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. I think there's a divide there. In general, yes, he's a megastar. He can get a movie role. When he drops an album, it matters. But I think to put him, I think he's like that tier below those guys.
Okay.
I'll put him there.
Yeah.
I think like when we had our golden era, you had Hove and Nas.
Yeah.
Then you had guys like Cameron and
DMX.
Fabolous and
Yeah,
DMX.
there you
There
go.
was a tier below.
Yeah.
That's how I look at that.
Where they felt like they were around there, but they just weren't there.
And with the right record, they could elevate for a couple of months, and then they would
and be
regress back.
somewhere around there, but still not
Right.
there. You
Like
get-
Dirty Sprite 2,
Oh,
Future
God.
is right with
Classic.
those guys. But then
And how long ago was that though?
Hendrix Future is a tier, exactly, 2014 was a minute ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
But it happened. It happened, since.
All right,
Chill
all
the
right.
fuck out. but you made a point about, to be clear, we don't think that they share them well. Sin and I think Dini, I think you think they Future shares that market space.
But when I hear, you know what it is? To me, market space encompasses so many things, though. Like you were saying, you know, like I feel like once you hear Kendrick, Cole, and you hear Future, no matter what it is, you turning it off, bro. Like no matter what it is, you just it's hard to accept.
But you know what? Here's the thing, and I guess this is where it gets a little fuzzy.
The culture,
The
impact.
culture loves Future.
There you go.
And you know when Hove had his run, a lot of times they compare Hove to Drake as far as his presence in the game. To me, Future is the R. Kelly for Drake that what Kells was to Hove, because they get together a lot
and make a lot
they
of
did
good
the joint
shit.
album. Anytime there's a new project, these guys are linking up.
Always.
And when they link up, the people of that demographic that
Love it.
time, they oh my God,
Eat it
they
up.
eat it up. So from that perspective, you kind of have to put Future in, so I could see what Joe was saying. But overall, nah.
And also the fact that one of the top guys consistently goes to him to make
Yeah.
shit happen. That's got to count for something, bro.
But again, I just go
What
back.
a time to be alive did happen.
I just go back to, you know what I mean? Like
great.
they like
Life
Drake,
is good.
Drake
was a big deal.
Drake
Major.
can tap Future and say, hey, like I wanna dip in that lane real quick. I wanna dip my toes into your lane and get that demographic, right? But if we do the reverse, take Future out of that lane and try to do what Drake does, or try to do what Kendrick does, that's not happening. It's just it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work out well.
It's
for Future.
It's a creative divide, but
That's what I'm
and the white
saying.
people, it makes them commercial.
We can say what Kendrick's done because he ain't doing shit.
Kendrick
right
is
now,
about
but
to do a
back the
movie. You know what I mean,
Bro.
Ain't no Future movie coming out.
That's an uppercut right now for like,
Yeah.
where's the tunes?
Where's the music, man? But
What the fuck
Nah,
going
that's a
on?
fact. That's a fact.
but Sin made a point, and I felt like being that we have a new audience, we should talk about it for a split second. I think that there needs to be a divide in rap. When I listen to Gunna, as Mase talked about the project, I don't hear rap when I hear Gunna. Like everything has a melody. He's singing on every song.
Melodic rapping.
It's melodic rapping. I don't think he should be in the same conversation, throw a name out there like a Conway the Machine. They're making two different kinds of music. The BPMs are different, the beat selection, the acoustics, everything about it is completely different. They shouldn't all be filed under rap. Like, I think as rap continues to elevate and be the #1 genre in the world right now, there needs to be a separation, because people in comment sections like to say that, well, we got this guy like Gunna and he's doing this and this and that. But qualitatively speaking, Nas dropped Magic and it runs laps creatively around anything Gunna would drop. Why should they be in the same conversation? So I think there needs to be a separation in genres. Like,
classes.
we need to clarify the sub-genre era of rap. Like, it needs to be creative, like melodic rap,
rapping. Yeah.
boom bap, trap, whatever you want to call it. Lo-fi, sorry, Sin.
Yeah.
There needs to be a clear definition in rap, because guys don't deserve to be next to other rappers when it comes to the skill level.
Like, here's the thing. I honestly feel like if you're a trap artist, if you're going down that lane, you're painting yourself into a corner, essentially, because that's like the only lane you're gonna go down, and like it's almost like you're pigeonholed into like that lane. I can't like I was just saying about Future. I can't see like a Gunna or any other trap artist like, you know, breaking out and making like a concept album.
Nothing groundbreaking coming from them.
You know, nothing super like creatively like
introspective type shit.
You know what I mean? Like yo, like the thematically, like from the intro to the outro to like, you know what I mean? Having a theme throughout your album, like a Kendrick can do or Kool has done. You know what I mean?
Not Aubrey.
No, Aubrey hasn't. But Aubrey, the thing about Drake is that he's probably the best chameleon we've ever seen in the game, where he could do the bars, the rapidy rap thing, and then he could do the R&B thing, and then he could do
the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, he's like a Swiss Army knife. He could do the little, you know, reggae dance hall, you know, rhythm record. He then, you know, does the grind
Afro
thing.
beats.
Like he just, Afro beat. He just like, you know, goes all around, just hopping around from genre to genre. And it comes off. You know what I mean? People eat it up. So like, you know, Drake is incredibly versatile, genre-wise. And then you have like, you know, like the Kendricks and the Kools that have, you know, they're very versatile in terms of like themes and subject matter and stuff like that. But when it comes to like a trap artist, a trap rapper, they're only gonna stay within that one lane, and that's it.
Yeah. Fair play.
It's not a knock. It's just it is what it is. It's what ends up happening.
Right. And that's I appreciate you saying that, Sim, because when they hear us say this, a lot of people get in their feelings and they'll think we're knocking it. But again, you got to think about what we've experienced in rap and what we think rap is, and what rap actually is. No disrespect. What Young Thug and what Gunna does, sometimes Future does, it's not rap. What Wayne did once upon a time, because he's responsible for a lot of these niggas. That's not rap. That's not rap at its core essence. Did somebody say they elevated it? Did they push the boundaries? Yes. But I think as it is expanded, you can't put a Bar Smith and a Gunna in the same conversation. So there needs to be a separation.
But as far as when you said you can't, because like I kind of think a few people kind of came out of the trap rapper and started doing other things. Like if you look at like Gucci Mane, you know what I'm saying?
He's a rapper though, bro.
Trap rapper, and then he started making like a bunch of girl hits.
Yeah, but that's
T.I.
That's
like that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a different. And we had it. I was trying to have this conversation. Like T.I. is credited, but with starting trap music.
Yeah, but the trap sound is not his.
It's not the same. That what we call trap today is not T.I.'s sound. It's just not. It's Future.
Right.
Future started that way.
Think about what the white people think trap is. When you watch movies and they want to fold in a hip hop sound, the beats that they use and the drums specifically, because there's a trap drum.
Yeah.
The drums that they use are trap drums.
Kind of like
that's
some
not T.I.
Manny
sound.
type. Yeah.
Not even. That's more Metro than anybody else.
Yeah.
And who else? What, 808, whatever. You know what I mean?
Mafia.
808 Mafia, all those guys. Who's the other guy? Zaytoven.
Yeah, Sizzle and all them.
Mike Will made it.
Mike Will. That's the name I couldn't
Will.
remember. They are responsible for that trap sound, and I love the trap sound. Don't get me wrong. I love when a dude who can really rap gets on the trap beat. I think that is a match made in heaven. But I think there needs to be a clear delineation. Big word for you guys.
Nice, good one.
There's trap, There's boom bap. There's whatever you want to call what Gunna and them boys are doing. Melodic rap. It's not the same. You know what I mean? That's why, you know, are certain genres more popular? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like what Gunna and them boys doing is pop. It's lit. When you in a kickback, you at a party, you want to hear that shit.
Definitely more
when you speeding down the highway, you want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
But to say that it's on the same level of Nas as far
talent and
creatively
skill.
or Kendrick or Kool, hell no.
It's not.
Benny, speaking of him, hell yeah.
And Benny, he
dabbles.
Yeah, he seems to be able to like
maneuver.
hop in and out
Yeah.
and maneuver down different lanes. So, you know, shouts to him.
He's one of the few talented ones that can do that, though.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Big ding for Benny. During the week leading up to us recording this episode, we got an old school hip hop report card from hip hop legend. Be clear, hip hop legend
Kool
Mo D. But this report card is very slanderous. I don't know what inspired him to make this list. Sin has the list ready right there.
Heinous.
You know,
No,
as the OG at this table, get your mans, bro.
Oh man,
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't want to come at the legend
Early.
that way, right?
OG.
But
Hold on. Let me get Fat Joe in here.
yeah, please. I feel like pressing that shit.
We can't make this shit up.
Listen, man, enough
Heinous.
respect to the legendary.
Hold on, one more, Sin.
OG.
Why?
What the fuck going on?
Kool Mo D, you know what I mean, legendary in the game in the 80s. I was actually, you know, like just yesterday I was thinking that I feel like the 80s legends don't get the respect that they deserve.
And then
But
they
that
pull
might
this.
be that might be a conversation for another day, another episode.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Mo D definitely got his stripes, you know, hits wise and
Skills.
culture wise.
Yeah.
Battle wise, battle with LL and all that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He is who he is. But I'm looking at this report card, which, mind you, I believe came out in 98 and was published in 99. And the first thing that jumps out of, a couple things jump out of me. One, Lauryn Hill is basically like 10s across the board.
God.
Which we all know I'm a huge Lauryn fan at this table. I'm not super mad at that, but like basically all 10 is out of 10, like 10 different categories, she only got like 3 9s. The rest were 10s. That's wild, right? But then the next thing that jumps out at me is, and mind you, this is 98, so I know, you know, as everybody has said, I've seen it, you know, on Twitter and on the internet, you know, people have argued Jay-Z was not.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Jay-Z was not Hove in 98.
All right, but
Right.
Nas doesn't deserve the grade he got.
But
Nas was Nas in 92,
but still,
my nigga.
But let me finish. But Jay-Z and Nas and a personal favorite of mine, Big Pun, all got somewhere in the 80s.
82,
like
84.
low to mid 80s. So they all get like a final grade of a B. Then I scroll down on the list and I see that Puff in 98
80. Crazy.
also gets a B grade.
Didn't Puff get the same grade as Jay-Z?
So you're telling
80,
me
82.
Jay-Z, Nas, and Puff on a rappers report card. This is the thing that, like, if you look at the criteria, you got vocabulary. Like, he really breaks it down, like super.
Which is fire.
Yeah, which is dope. But he really breaks it down to like the atoms here, right? The essence. You have vocabulary, articulation, creativity, originality, versatility, voice, and just off of those categories alone, you're gonna tell me Jay-Z, Nas, Pun, and Puff are all the same grade? Are all in the same tier?
Ain't no way.
What?
Ain't no way.
How? How, son?
Wait, hold on. Where's Shannon Sharp at?
First of all, first of all.
The fuck he's talking about?
House Sway. We need the House Sway.
I'm gonna get that.
Drop.
I'm gonna get that.
Because if anything
Hold on,
deserves a House Sway.
Why?
It's wild to me. And again, I know this was 98. You know what I mean? Hove was not Hove, but Nas from Illmatic, it was written like, come on. Like,
But it
deserves if not an A, and I'm not saying all my favorites deserve an A. It didn't have to be an A, but at least keep it consistent when you compare them to one another. Like Nas, Jay-Z, Pun, and then Puff, and then they all get the same grade.
Dini, tap in, bro. What do you think about this list?
Lauryn Hill in 97?
How do we know that he will go to Lauryn Hill first?
That didn't make y'all all just go like, what the?
I mean,
That ain't freeze you, Mo?
Did you hear what I said when he said it? I said God. So obviously she's the GOAT.
She's a legend. But when I read the thing, I was like, when was Lauryn Hill ever considered like the best in hip hop, bro? Because apparently in '98, Kool also.
You know what? I don't know, bro. I can't even qualify that. I got some bars to Kool but I'm gonna let you finish.
Mystical got a 90.
How did Mystical? Sin, how you missed that?
No, I didn't miss it.
How did Mystical get a 90 and Jay-Z got an 82?
Nah, I didn't miss it. I was just
83.
focused on Puff because it's Puff.
You right.
You know what I mean? Like we all know what Puff does, what his role is in the game. He's not an MC. Like voice, vocabulary.
That's wild.
Creativity.
Puff was a bad rapper across the board.
Like
even reading other niggas' lyrics.
Like I remember, like just
and
a couple.
I love Diddy.
Just a
Puff
couple
got a
days.
few tens on this list though. Maybe not in actuality, but if you look at the list, he fits 10 with a few of those stage presence.
Just a couple days ago on Twitter, somebody dug up I believe Puff's
voice.
his first verse. Like on Wax, which was on Supercat.
Yeah.
The Supercat song with Biggie, and then Puff, and then there was a Third Eye. And so like Puff's verse like was circulating on Twitter. People was like, yo, Puff was always trash, bro.
Yeah.
Like just as a rapper, again.
Because he don't rap, he was just talking.
Right. Shouts to Puff for being like the executive that he is, for being executive producer that he is.
Legend.
For finding, talents like Mary J. Blige and working with them and cultivating them, Biggie,
Who
the
told
Locks,
Puff to
Mase. But if we talking about rappers' report card, like what was Mo D talking about?
His
here?
accountant.
I can't get off it. I mean, there's a lot of other.
Go ahead, Dini. Dini was getting his shit off. Go ahead, bro.
Like I said, I agree with a lot of the list. I think where the Buster rating is actually very valid.
93? Didn't he get a 93?
Yeah,
93.
but as far as Buster kind of was at the height of Buster's career, he was really up there in all those categories though.
Tretch 91.
Listen,
stage presence was immaculate.
Method Man 91.
I've said
Raekwon 86. How Raekwon only got an 86?
How Meth above Ray in 98?
Make it make
Not
sense.
94, but 98.
after
Mo,
Cuban
you got
Links
some splaining
and
to
Iron
do.
Man.
Come on.
The Biggie 95 was. I thought Biggie should have been a little higher, to be honest. Tretch a 90 and Biggie a 95.
Tupac a 93.
Versatility, Pac. I love Pac, but
then also,
versatile.
but
How
here's
was
my
Puffy above Mace? Yo,
Sometimes you can write your shit, somebody else's shit.
But then also
Mystical got a 90.
A 90, bro.
Hove is 82.
I'm
Nas 83.
I'm also looking
84,
at
Snoop 87.
Snoop above Nas a 98.
And Hove.
Wow.
But look, I'm also looking at the report card he did like 10 years earlier, in the late 80s, probably like 88. And you could definitely see some bias in there. He definitely graded the 80s legends on a curve.
Here?
Yeah, this is the one here. He gave himself a 95, obviously.
Shout out to the homie Grandmaster
Melly Mel,
Kaz.
Grandmaster Kaz, Tila Rock. You know what I mean? Like there were a lot more A's and 90s and high 90s on the 80s list than there were in the 90s list.
That's crazy.
Which lets you know like that's his era, so he's definitely gonna lean more towards them, right? But it might have been that, I don't know, maybe Mo D was a little out of touch in 98.
Well,
but going by some of these grades,
bro, you know what I think, Sin? You know what, Sin? We got this thing going where like he threw me an alley without even realizing he threw it. Maybe he meant to. I don't know. But it was an alley. I got a lot to say about this guy. And the main thing that I want to say about this list, it sure sounds like what I've talked about and what I've lamented a lot on this pod about old head rap niggas and their wayward opinions. In 98, Kool D was considered an old head rap nigga, right? Am I wrong in saying that?
No, that's accurate.
And it sure seems as though he pointed out a lot of the niggas who was getting money with rap in 98 and gave him a real shitty grade. You know what I mean? It sure seemed like there was a lot of him looking at the camera. It sure seems like there was a lot of hate in 98 for people, because depending on when this list actually was written out, Jay-Z dropped Volume 2 in 98.
98.
So was this list made before Annie or after Annie?
That was summertime
And Hov
too.
was lit. The streets might not have liked it, but like, he had singles.
He was the god at that time, bro.
He had singles in 97, 98. What was it? The joint, You Belong to the City. He had that record.
City is mine.
You had the joint. What was the other one? The joint where Babyface was going crazy on the radio.
Sunshine.
The video was trash. Cough up a long way. I'm from Marcy, son.
Where I'm from.
Depending on what time of the year it was, Jay-Z was
Hov
lit.
was ranked,
He
man.
was lit. And you had the features. Come on now. He did the joint with Lil' Kim's album. Hov had some shit.
Cannabis 85.
He was on. That's what I'm saying. Cannabis was lit in 98.
I love Cannabis. But
think about all the lit.
Hov?
Think about all the lit niggas who got graded poorly. Cause Nas was still fucking Nas in 98, nigga. Don't get it twisted.
Exactly.
What year did that joint drop with Mobb Deep? It's Mine. Y'all need to.
That was
99.
like 99.
99. You know what I mean? So he was surfacing. He was lingering. It seems like
the Firm album. Yeah, Phone Tap.
Firm Biz was on fire.
I Am was 98 or 99. I Am.
I Am was 99.
Okay, so.
And Firm Biz was a commercial record, but it was fire. And the remix.
Phone Tap was everywhere.
Phone Tap was stupid. It seems like outside of Busta Rhymes and the guys who had passed away by that time, Biggie and Pac, all the commercialized rappers, the guys who was getting money with this rap shit, got graded really shady. And I feel like this old head rap nigga because remember we talked about, I think was the last episode or the episode before that, back in the day, for you guys who talk about clout and back chasing, back in the day in rap, if you got too famous, you were automatically a sellout.
Hated, yeah.
It just wasn't good for the sport, depending on who you ask. And it seems like all the guys who was getting to the bag got wayward grades from an old head rap nigga who still loved the corner more than he loved the commercialization
And the more
of
you
hip
sell,
hop.
the
And
worse you would look.
come on, bro. Like Jay-Z got an 82, but Mystical got a 90,
bro.
What the fuck?
In 98.
Mystical was better than Nas at 98.
Sticky Fingers 88.
Method Man. What the fuck was Method Man doing in 98 that he's better than Nas and Hov?
That was Judgment Day.
Come
to
on.
Cal 2, to Cal 2000. I don't know.
I respect the Redman joint. Redman was spitting back in 98.
What did he get in 98?
He got it 89.
Redman wasn't even. Was
Mac
he was fire in
10,
98.
Mac 10 is on the same level apparently as Nas and Jay. And
Mac 10 got an 83 with those weak
83,
bars.
bro. He was better than Hov.
Come on, bro. That's why I'm like, you know what? This list is made for like if this list came out today, the comment section would love it because they hate Jay-Z. But
yeah,
but I know for a fact you niggas don't agree with this Nas shit. This list is bullshit. I'm gonna say it. Cindy to say it. You didn't say it. I'll say it. This list is some hating bullshit.
Love you, legend.
For niggas getting rich and some
bullshit.
nigga who probably is not rich. No offense, Kool Mo D, but you probably weren't rich in 98.
Corrupt 86.
I don't even know if he's rich now.
Corrupt was better than Hov in 98 and Nas.
He was never better. He wasn't even better than Hawaiian Sophie Hov.
Hold on. Corrupt.
And
I
Big
was never a
Pun.
huge Corrupt fan.
Okay.
But Corrupt was getting crazy respect.
Better, he thought he was better than Big Pun in 98.
I'm
Come
looking-
on, my nigga.
I'm the-
I
no.
dare you to say Corrupt was better
I
than
need to
Pun.
hear it.
No, not
I
at
need
all.
to hear it. Oh.
I'm looking more at Keith Murray because in '98, he really hadn't done that much.
Tretch in 98 was
Beyond,
better than
like-
all of the niggas you know?
Yeah,
Tretch better than
that's-
Pun in 98?
That's crazy.
Not 95, but 98?
Right.
This shit is crazy, bro.
And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Like
Like a lot of these grades feel like they were formulated in like 91 to 94.
Right.
You know what I mean? So by 98, I really feel like, Mo D was just a little out of touch.
Son, he
Going
gave
by a lot of
Razzcast at
these ratings,
88, bro. Razzcast? 88?
Common got an 87. Common was spitting in 98.
I honestly don't even know how Mos Def got an 85 in 98. Because his first album
he
didn't
was
even
nice.
come out till 99. He had the Black Star album in 98.
That's why.
That album was hard,
Quali.
though. So he probably took off.
But then how you going by the Black Star album? How you include Mos Def and not include Quali?
Well, it goes back to what Kanye said about Quali. His shit wasn't that John Blaze.
Man.
Shit, what y'all blazing that?
What you thought about that, Sam? Did you agree with Kanye when he was slandering Quali?
That was a little off base, I think.
Off base.
Because Quali could spit. I've definitely heard people say that like Quali's rhyme style is a little
Regular.
Not regular, just
dry,
just a little dry.
Mid?
Like it's not for them.
Talent lyrically, he's exceptional. It's some people.
Hove name dropped him.
True.
Like lyrically, I'd be Talib Kweli. You know what I mean? He's definitely a lyricist of a high degree. But there's definitely a lot of people that say like his delivery.
The way I used to feel
really
about J. Cole
with his delivery,
just like didn't grasp me like that.
But I just think it's fucked up because like Kanye and Kweli, they worked together quite a bit
and made great music.
Get By is one of my favorite songs of all time. Like, and then to be like, I never really fucked with.
What's the name of the drink?
But I really think it's just because of like Kweli was calling him out on the Trump shit. So.
Fellas, because I'm gonna forget. He gave Jay-Z a 7 in vocabulary. Yeah. But gave Foxy Brown an 8 in vocabulary in 98.
Yeah, no. The vocabulary category was especially dubious to me. Because I'm looking at Big Pun. Big Pun only gets an 8 in vocabulary.
And a 7 in articulation, Pun?
Meanwhile, Keith Murray gets a 10 in vocabulary. Keith Murray, let's be real. Keith Murray was making words up.
Okay.
He was making words up. That does not count as vocabulary.
Pac, a 9 in vocabulary?
Yeah.
Niggas making me argue against my legends, man.
Yeah.
How was Lil' Kim and Foxy 82 and 83, Hove 82 and Nas 84? What?
Hold on. Foxy, Kim, Mac 10, and Pun all had equal vocabulary
Sticky
skills.
Fingers is an 88?
Bro!
What?
Press a button.
Every time I look at this list, I see some new shit.
This is crazy.
Ice Cube is an 88 and 98? Yeah. Not 88, but 98, he's an 88?
Maybe it was grading since the last report card. Because Ice Cube's early 90s run was crazy.
Fam, he gave Sticky Finger, not Sticky Finger, Mysticals, a 9 for vocabulary, a 9 for articulation, a 10 for creativity, a 10 for originality, a 8 for versatility, a 9 for voice, 8 for records, 9 for stage presence, 8 for sticking to themes, 10 for innovating rhymes. What?
Make it make sense.
Wow.
Telling you.
Mystical, nobody's saying Mystical was whack. Mystical was not whack.
He got joints.
Not whack, but 90? Upper echelon of this rap shit in 98 was Mystical?
With Hove being 82 and Nas being 84?
It sure seemed like he was hating on niggas' pockets. That's what I get from this list, bro.
New York got done filthy in this list, bro.
Bro. I think we should move on, bro. We should move on. It's my fault. Point guard fucked up and skipped over a segment. Look, because I wanted to get to this report card so bad that I forgot about Reason saying that Fabolous raps. Be clear, raps better than Andre 3000. We talked about it in the group chat. Sin, you say what?
That's another get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Right off rip.
Drop. Where is the drop?
Off the rip. Get the fuck out of here. Fabolous is a dope MC. He's a dope rapper. Right? Punchlines crazy, flow is dope. But André is elite level. André is a different type of animal, right? Now if we're talking like, you put André and Fabolous like toe to toe in a cypher and they're supposed to like battle rap. That's not André's bag, right? But I'm thinking in terms of like just performances on records, right? Elevators, Rosa Parks, B.O.B. I don't know how many people are familiar with this Outkast song called Royal Flush that they did with Raekwon. It's fucking crazy, and Andre's verse on that is just so like one of my favorite verses of all time. Another personal favorite of mine from André, the verse he had on the U remix with Lloyd, that was also with Nas on it. Crazy. I can go on, and then he disappears for over a decade, and then comes back to spit Life of the Party on the Kanye record. Don't fuck with that boy André. He's a different type of animal, right? Respect to Fab, but the way I see it, what Fab does seems cute compared
Wow.
to what Andre.
Don't be disrespectful, bro.
You
It's cute.
keep saying verse though. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about Fab, we're gonna talk about songs. You keep saying verse.
Right.
When you
that's
talk
what
to
we-
Andre 3000, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Verse.
because he's part of a
He's
duo.
group, you know, so
Yeah. But we're talking about who's the better rapper.
is
Go ahead, Dini.
he that far from Fab though?
Yes.
Rapping?
Yes. It's a different tier.
I think
it's a different tier.
creativity wise, the ability to take you to that existential realm and shit like that, I totally give it to you.
Is that too, but also like
Bro.
if, like the arcs of his verses and the rhyme schemes. If you pay attention to the rhyme schemes,
It's amazing the double entendre shit like that, but as far as rap, yo, low key, Fab probably one of the nicest niggas to really get on the mic, bro.
he's nice. He's
Like
dumb nice.
he's dog nice. I feel like there was never no filler. Even when he was playing, this shit was still bar game. It was bar game, bro. And he still makes music to this day. Like you said Andre 3000. So in the last 5 years, we got how much?
That-
2-3 verses.
Yeah, but we're not talking about like
Quantity of music.
Yeah, like power rankings or standing in the game. We're talking about who's the better
Easter
rapper.
egg.
I just feel like it's not
You
like
telling me
it's not blown out the water like you
is
said.
Fabolous a better rapper than Andre?
Well,
I have moments where I feel like I might want to listen to. I might want to dig into a Fab.
You're
bag
beating
better.
around the bush, my friend.
it's a yes or no question.
Because like I said, I see his angle.
It's the
Dini,
only angle to
Drake,
see,
calm.
honestly.
Dini, you don't have to be the balance right
it's
now.
It's not
Speak
balanced.
your
It's,
truth.
I'm trying to cover my bases.
You trying to be balanced, nigga.
Yes and no. See, I balance right there too.
See, it's what you fucking do.
See what I did? But
The fuck are
I
you
don't
talking
know,
about?
man.
Gun to your head. Gun to your head.
I got yo, I might low key fuck with Fab.
Speak
bro.
your truth, my nigga. Say that shit with your
I
chest.
might not, because I do respect Andre as a MC, but I think I memorized more Fab verses in my head just off the sure skills.
They're easier to memorize.
Wow. So this
Wow.
now, y'all fucking
my-
hate this
I'm
nigga,
in my
bro.
bag
I
right now.
swear to God, this
Like
nigga
better
said-
Comment,
song maker.
So when y'all,
Comment Andre.
hold on.
I
When,
dare
when
y'all.
y'all get in the comments, when y'all talk bad about Sin and y'all say he's a fake this and that, this nigga is a rap snob, bro.
Nah.
And it's shit like this we gotta deal with every day. Literally every day.
Y'all just get
So-
it a couple times a month.
To what Reason said. He said Fab raps better than Andre 3000. That's the keynote bar.
That makes a better
in that
song.
statement. Not overall, not all these other scales, creativity, song making. The physical act of making words rhyme.
Yeah.
Raps
I understand all that.
better. I'm looking at Dini.
Okay.
Thank you. When it comes to rapping better, Fab raps better than Andre 3000. If we're talking about punchlines, voice control, metaphors, MCing,
Keep you grasp.
keep you grasping.
Make a street song, a party record.
If we're in a cipher, the essence of hip hop, not for nothing
That you
if
love.
Hold on.
That
Wait,
you
wait,
love.
The
wait,
essence
wait.
of hip hop
That you
in a
love.
cipher.
If you take this nigga,
Oh my God.
Andre 3000 uptown somewhere, and you get Fabolous uptown somewhere in Harlem somewhere, and you have them rapping in a cipher, they might tell Andre 3000 to get the fuck out of here.
And you heard what he said. He said, you know, like if I needed someone to rap in front of me, I'm like, bro, that's a major part of the game.
So bar for bar, and this is the thing about Sin. Sin, this and this is about
We
hip
love
hop.
who we love.
It's about hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. It's at the essence of it all. We know people are nicer than other people, but besides being nicer, there's that thing called preference. Sincere. Go ahead.
All right. Fab's on the same level as Nas.
Let me finish now.
All right.
When it comes to guys who paint pictures with words, can do soundscapes and take you on a journey,
Andre 3000.
3 Stacks is made for this guy, Sin. Sin loves the picture painters. If we're talking about bar work, punchline after punchline
Rapping
after
for the
punchline,
sake of rapping.
pocket work, swag.
Oh, now we want rappers for the sake of rapping.
I just gave you credit, bro. Don't do that.
Yo.
Don't
No,
do
I'm
that.
talking to him.
Oh, okay.
I don't like dudes who rap for the sake of rapping.
When it comes to just, you think about the 80s, swag, presence, performance, drip, bars. Fabolous is that nigga.
20 years in the game plus.
Drip.
In fact,
Fab always been one of the freshest niggas in hip hop. Don't do that.
Dressing didn't matter in hip hop.
Might be
Might be
like in the top 5.
Fat dressing didn't matter.
Yeah,
Fab get jiggy.
y'all getting it twisted.
Okay.
Shout out to
You're
Lil
getting
Jiggy.
it twisted. You're on point. I'm just saying you're wrong.
So wait a minute. Wait, what?
No.
He gonna break it down for us.
Right.
I'm waiting.
Fashion, drip. You know what I mean? All that.
Important shit.
Outfits.
To the essence.
You know what I mean?
To this
Sneakers,
day.
all that.
To this day.
The shell toes, all that. Always been a part of hip hop. Right?
Okay.
You gotta be fresh. You know what I mean?
And that ain't 3 stacks.
Especially in the
Nah,
mid
nah,
90s.
It doesn't matter to
Right.
the point that we're making, but
Right.
Later 90s, my fault.
So it definitely matters. But what I'm saying is, past the Jersey era, Fab wasn't.
Oh, get the fuck outta here. Get the fuck outta here.
That's not even his
Get outta here.
bag. That's not his
Yo,
bag. That's not
Fab
his bag.
continuously gets slandered.
You sound real out of
on
touch right now, bro.
Twitter
By 4
for having
niggas,
some of the
but then the bitches love
worst
him.
outfits of all time.
The girls
that
love this
man
nigga.
cannot
Yeah.
dress, bro.
You're
No,
wild.
Russell
That man
Westbrook
cannot
can't dress.
dress.
Fab
Anyway.
can dress,
That
bro.
man cannot dress.
Anyway.
Y'all got me talking
That's
about
how
outfits
Fab
and
gets
shit.
fleet.
I don't even do this.
Fabolous checks all the boxes
Fashion?
of the essence. And if you put them 2 niggas in a room and ask them to rap,
Give me a
Fab
16.
is coming out the champion. So to Reason's point
There's no
about
way.
Because he'll
Easily.
be on
There's no
some.
way.
I was on the moon when I walk. In
The
the
fuck
groove
outta
when I
here. That's
talk
what you
like
would've
that. You
heard.
know that's what you're gonna get. That
But y'all-
kind of
y'all
vibe.
framing-
Yo,
y'all-
you remember the skit before 22 twos? Shut the fuck up. That's what niggas will say to 3 stacks in a cipher. Get the fuck
You
out of
guys
here.
are
city,
framing
man.
it as a battle. Who
He said-
framed it as a battle?
We're not talking about a battle. We're talking about in a
Just a
space,
cipher.
in a cipher.
Just spit.
A cipher.
Raps,
Just spit.
What does raps
That's
better
it.
speak to? Not a cipher?
So we're not talking about records?
He said raps better.
We're not talking about
That's what
records.
We
Reason
didn't say
said.
makes better records.
He said raps better.
And he raps.
Fabolous raps better than Three Stacks.
If you put 2 lists side by side of Fab's best performances on record versus Andre's best
nigga in the
performances
group?
on record,
Fabolous.
Andre is winning.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. Absolutely, he
Again,
is.
raps
Theatrical-
better.
Y'all wildin'.
theatrical
The
performance.
physical
Y'all
act
wild
of
D.
rapping.
DK got that.
Forget
Theatrical
Oh,
We're
my
not
God.
talking about songs. We're talking about rapping. Make your words rhyme. Fab does it better than 3 Stacks.
My
Go ahead, take your time. Take your time.
Pour that man a drink.
He got the drink in his fucking cup.
yeah, I had to pour another drink during this conversation.
Not
man.
about
this shit is
verse.
crazy.
You talking about songs? You
The
talking about
rhyme
rapping?
scheme, bro. I'm talking about the rhyme schemes. Have you
Fab
never
will out
paid
rap him.
attention?
Fab will out rap him.
Not a song. Not a song.
Oh, yeah, listen,
Not a
man.
song.
Listen, there are literal. Not to get super nerdy, but there are literal videos out there that you can watch. They're on YouTube.
Nah.
You can look them up. Breaking down Andre 3000's rhyme scheme.
I feel like niggas like
It's crazy to me that y'all telling me that Fabolous is better at rapping than Andre.
You know what's even
if you
crazier?
Pay attention to the rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme is just like
you know what's even
the
crazier than that, bro?
internal-
Niggas like you
couplets?
who scoff at what Loso's capable of.
I'm not
You're
scoffing
scoffing.
at anything. He's good.
And even
He's
when you
nice.
throw, and even when you threw
He's
the is
just
Fab
not
is Fab as good
Andre
as
level.
Nas. I'm like, is 3K as good as Nas?
Yes.
You're on drugs.
At rapping, yes.
What?
Wow.
You're not. You're Nas.
Y'all
Yo,
not paying attention.
The Nas card's gonna be
we're not,
revoked, bro.
We're not. The reason I can't put Andre in the GOAT conversation with like Nas and Ho is
it's
because
not
he never
enough.
because he never came out with a solo album.
He did.
No, that doesn't count in
It's a
terms of
part.
rapping.
It's a part of
It doesn't count in terms of rapping. We're talking
Okay.
about he never. Okay, fine. I'll edit myself.
copy.
He never put out a solo rap album,
Okay.
right?
He gave us Hey Ya, bro.
So technically
3
speaking,
Stacks is as good as Nas?
at rapping, yes.
No way. No
He
way.
absolutely
Until you show
is.
that you can repeatedly stand on your own 2 feet and make.
It's not about that.
Oh wow.
It's not about
it's
that.
Not?
It's not.
Why not?
Because I'm talking about performance-wise.
Even when you talk
Say you
groups,
full of
provided
shit.
you did
rap
it.
me a verse.
Said you full of shit.
You rap me a verse, right?
Right.
That's a performance from you. So we're gonna take that into account.
Niggas don't even be knowing 3-stack verses like that, bro.
Facts. The fuck are you
Niggas
talking
really
about,
don't, bro.
The fuck are you
Most
talking
people,
about?
I talk to people, they don't know them verses, bro.
Niggas, you know what's
They're not
funny?
paying attention.
Because now I'm activated. Niggas love talking about 3 Stacks. I'm looking into the camera, right? They love talking this shit. This nigga specifically, right? but they could never bring up a verse. They can't recite a verse. They can't do none of that shit. And then you talking about this nigga's as good as Nas? Yeah, this nigga got me defending Nas on this podcast where I slander Nas all the time.
We from the era where...
What the fuck are you talking about?
We from the era where if you wanted to hear something, you would tell me.
This nigga ain't got no solo albums.
He's in the same
category. He never had to carry an album, my nigga.
We're not talking about power ranking.
But it matters.
I understand that, but that's not the conversation.
How do you know he's as good as Nas if he doesn't have the output to show it?
I'm talking about you put Andre's best verses next to Nas's best verses.
No
they are comparable.
Way, bro.
They are comparable.
I love Elevated.
I'm not saying he's better.
Wow, bro.
I'm just saying
that's crazy,
the
bro.
conversation can be had. They're in the same elite category in terms of rapping. In terms of elite level rhyme.
I feel, you know, and this is where I'm gonna disagree with you.
Story arcs.
You know what it is? I can ask a nigga.
That's not rapping, though.
I can ask a nigga.
What are you talking about?
The art of rapping? Just rapping.
Wait. I'm gonna say this, and this is where I vehemently disagree with Sincere. It's one thing, right, to drop a fire 16 and then disappear for 10 years. I'm putting Nas above 3 Stacks.
Of course.
Because
just the output alone.
You just said they were comparable. You put them on the same level just 5 minutes ago.
I didn't say André was better than Nas.
You said he was on the same level, bro.
In terms of the conversation we're having about rapping ability.
No, but this is what I'm saying. And this is why I disagree.
Not albums.
Sin. And this is why I disagree with you.
Not overall power ranking.
No, but let me finish. This is why I disagree. Because Nas, if nothing else, has shown he's able to repeat that shit
over and over again.
We're
on a three-peat,
for 30 fucking years.
We're on a three-peat.
You kidding me?
In the last year and a half, you said it.
A nigga could drop 30 points one game and then drop 15 the next game.
You said that Kanye.
This nigga Nas been giving you 30 since 92.
You said the Kanye West record. When was the
Come on.
When was the
3 verses
spoken 3K verse before
you
that?
You got me defending this nigga and raising my voice. Are you kidding me right now?
Shit,
I love this.
Like, yo,
this.
For real though.
Let the record show. Job said Nas has been dropping 30 points a game.
He's a GOAT. I never said he was trash.
For 30 years.
You right. He has been though. Hov was dropping 35 though.
There was a couple seasons
maybe
he was dropping like 15, 20.
Yeah, you're right. I can't believe this nigga, bro. He got me so upset. You set me up.
They gonna revoke your Nas call for real now, bro.
Set me up. He set me up because he knew I was gonna get tight and defend Nas and be a biased New Yorker. He knew it.
And the funny part is, people we actually respect Andre 3000,
Facts.
bro. Like when you argue against something, people think you hate it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just the comparison is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like this Kool Mo D card that makes you almost call out your favorites. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all some New York biased motherfuckers.
Like we are, man.
And we ain't never denied it.
Shout out to Loso, man.
New York bias 2 on the way. Shout out to Demi D.
Been cooking for forever now.
All right, fellas, let's bring this episode to a close. But before we break out, we got to do the Rap Roundtable Power Rankings. Now, Be clear. With the power rankings, we do our year-to-year top 10 ranking, which encompasses everything. The top 10 is about, creativity, blog work, albums, presence, all of that.
Right.
But the power rankings, listeners, listen to us. It's about who's hot right now. It's all about hot. When you open your phone, you go on the rap websites, you go on social media, you see them everywhere. That's what the power. Who's making news? Thank you, Dini. This is our Rap Roundtable top 10, top 5 power ranking. Pardon me, I'm thinking about the top 10. We did a great list last year.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna read off the names. Each name we're gonna talk about why we put them there, but not too long. So at number 5 on the Rap Roundtable power rankings list, we have Corday. Sincere, why do you believe Corday belongs on that list right now?
So Corday, formerly known as YBN Corday, but he dropped the YBN. So Corday just dropped an album. What's today? Today's Saturday, right? He just dropped an album yesterday. So it was yesterday. Migos just hit me.
Same.
So he just dropped an album. It's I think his sophomore LP. He just got on LA Leakers, dropped a crazy freestyle. And he's he's a young kid, up and comer. And I want to piggyback or at least like go back to something that Mase had said in our last episode. It seems like every time that we have news on young rappers, up and coming rappers, it always seems to be bad news. Especially in the drill scene, that shit is crazy wild out there right now. And so to have a young, I should have looked up how old he is, but he's definitely, I think like early to mid 20s,
22, 23. Maybe.
Yeah, early 20s, super young, positive energy. Mase was saying like, hopefully going forward, like the energy that we have in the game can take a more positive spin, so that we don't have all of these RIPs all the time and all these kids getting locked up all the time. So Cordy brings that positive energy to the game. He kind of has like this kind of J. Cole kind of lane going for him, type of energy. And yeah, like, he's been making some news around different platforms and different websites and on social media for the album. Unfortunately, people were looking forward to a Nas feature on the album, and for some reason it didn't happen. It got cut from the album. But the album's pretty good. Y'all should check it out. Especially like, from track 8 going forward, it picks up. The freestyle on LA Leakers, he did his thing. He's a wordsmith. He's a barsmith. Shouts to Corday, number 5 on our power ranking.
Number 4, we have Gunna coming in. He just dropped the album. Heavy on social media platforms. If you can't really go on Twitter or Instagram without seeing Gunna anywhere right now. So, Dini, talk to us. Why is Gunna number 4 on our power rankings list?
The crazy part is I didn't even tap into this Gunna album, but I am a fan of Gunna for one of a few things he done prior to that. Joint album with Lil Baby. Like melodic rap, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely the sound of today, and he's one of the top guys doing it. If not, might be the best guy as far as the younger generation of guys doing it. Dude's immensely talented, puts himself in the right position, does a lot of work with Lil Baby,
The fashion shit is
definitely,
key too.
Definitely, it makes his way around, does his interviews, makes his presence known. I seen him at a speaking not too long ago when he was like speaking to this girl about financials and building up your community. I was just like, yo, he's making his way around. You know what I'm saying? Beefing with Freddie Gibbs on the side.
Yeah, on the side.
He's been in the news. He's been everywhere.
Shout out to Gunna. I mean, one thing I'll say before we move on to number 3 is that he doesn't give that rich dickhead energy. He seemed like he just a nigga.
Seemed like a cool dude
who got to the bag, wanted to get his fashion up,
smoke his weed,
drop some albums, and stay out the fucking way. I don't know what the issue is with Freddie Gibbs. Honestly, I don't care.
Long stem from the past, bullshit.
Stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really care. But musically, he's not my bag. But I give respect where it's due. He's controlling his space in the culture, and he's definitely a clickable item. So you got to give that respect.
Give you some joints.
He was saying what it was, though. He said it in an interview.
Oh yeah,
Freddie said some shit about him like years ago, like 5 years ago.
He had like a thing where he spoke to
and then
I think a news station, and he called it like Crime Stoppers. Freddie Gibbs said he was on Crime Stoppers.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Freddie's loose with the lips. He might have just been like a random.
We know you more for beefing and rapping right now.
It's
Freddie.
not even a quality beef.
Random slander.
You need that music,
right?
And then Freddie probably forgot about it, and Gunna did not. So.
But the bar that he dropped on the tape was weak. Number 3 on a Rap Roundtable power ranking list, we have Benny the Butcher. I feel Benny deserves to be there because Tana Talk 4 is on the way. What he did towards the end of 2021 with the joint with Rick Ross, dropping Mr. Pyrex Man, and just Def Jam signing, and figuring out how to use social media to his benefit. If you go on his Instagram, he's on IG daily. He's posting his life. He's letting you inside the process. He's talking about Alchemist and what's the other producer for Griselda again? Derringer. He's giving the people what they want because he realized that the people want that air quote
sound,
lo-fi sound. They want
do the voice, Josh.
Lo-fi future beats. They want
Alchemist.
So Benny the Butcher decided to give the people what they want. And you think about rap headlines. If you're anything on social media, Griselda is active. So any of the Griselda Big 3 is posting or making a headline, you're gonna get some traction.
Major.
And Benny, day to day, you go on his Twitter, you go on his Instagram, you're seeing Tana Talk 4 talk every single day. He's even said that he feels that Tana Talk 4 is gonna be an album of the year conversation.
He dropped money on that.
Oh yeah,
He put money on it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He said like, put up a bag, any amount, 10,000. I put up 20.
Wow,
I'm gonna have album of the year.
That's deep. Shout out to Ben. You know what it is? We talked about it on the pod. Benny is very comfortable in his skin right now, and I think he feels like he knows he's sitting on some shit, and he's looking clearly at the throne. Like when I look at Benny, I don't see him as this novelty act anymore. I see him as a guy that's trying to be number one. Or at the very least, if I can't get to what Drake and what Kool and Kendrick is doing, I want to be number one out of everybody else. And I think Tana Talk 4 is that gauntlet. I look forward to hearing it. I look forward to seeing what he gives us. Number 3 on the power ranking list.
There's certain artists that like they just kind of like go with the flow. Like, I might drop an album here, I might drop an album there. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll see what happens when I do drop. But Benny seems to have a very focused roadmap. And you could you see it from his moves and what he's doing on social media. Like it's definitely a blueprint.
He's meticulous about his shit.
Number 2 on the Rap Roundtable Power Rankings list, we have someone we talked about earlier in the episode, Kanye West, for obvious reasons. I think he might be the most clickable item in hip hop right now.
Everywhere.
But I'll let Sim talk about it a little bit before we get out the way.
Hey, listen, it's rollout season. Like we were talking about earlier. You know what I mean? The divorce with Kim Kardashian that made its way into into a bar in his latest song, talking about beating up Pete Davidson, who's now piping down Kim Kardashian apparently,
allegedly,
which is crazy to me. I like sidebar.
Pete Davidson from Kanye. Wow.
Sidebar. Yeah. How did Pete Davidson I need to find out. Like,
right place, right time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Davidson?
The rebound dude.
Crazy.
You know how I go.
Anyway, shouts to Pete Davidson. I'm no hater. Do what you do.
Live your life.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shouts to you. The TMZ shit, you know what I mean? Which again, I just feel it's like, it's set up for rollout reasons. You know what I mean? Somebody said something like, that Kanye, that TMZ is always like quick to report on Kanye's downfall. And I'm like, yo, Kanye be hand delivering the downfall to TMZ. You know what I mean? Because he knows it's gonna do what it's gonna do the numbers and get the clicks. You know what I mean? In the studio with all of these, Pusha T and everybody, on the phone with Primo, song with Game that's dope. He's everywhere right now, man, and I'm looking forward to like what he has coming up 2022.
And number 1 is, if it ain't obvious by now, then I don't know what to tell you. Nas,
Escobar.
Number
season.
1 on the inaugural Rap Roundtable power ranking list has to be Nas. He's the most important nigga in rap right now. Didn't you talk to me?
I mean, like we said, man, from King's Disease 1 to King's Disease 2 to Magic. I mean, it's been a magical run. Like him and Hit Boy's been putting in some major pain, and as he stated, King's Disease 3 is possibly on the way. I mean, what else? What else? He's been giving us Pure Vino, Pure Magic,
3 top tier albums back to back to back.
Year and a half, man. Year and a half.
It's not even close. It's not close. And you think about the way Nas fans are acting up, even if you didn't support the album the way you're supposed to, the way they've been acting up on the socials, the way, like, if you talk remotely bad about Nas, they'll swarm you in the comments. They'll boost you up if you talk nice about him as well. And
listen,
the album is amazing.
Let's not forget. I went down the list when I crowned him MVP of 2021.
Talk about it. Repeat that shit, man.
MVP of 2021, man. Directed the Video Music Box documentary. Had a masterclass on storytelling and rap, because it's important in rap.
It is.
All right. Shouts to André. Anyway, just all these different moves, the cryptocurrency stuff. He's doing podcast. Stuff with NFT. Oh, the podcast. Thank you. The Bridge podcast. Now he's doing stuff with NFTs. Cryptocurrency, Scarface. Doing crazy
niggas
shit
laughed
out here.
at that.
That's a fact, but he's out here. He's out here being like, number
that nigga,
one.
Say that shit with your chest. He's being that
number
nigga.
one on our power rankings because he is that guy.
Talk about
like Mase said, he's on that sea moss, man.
Oh yeah.
He's living his best life. Eucalyptus out.
As we bring this episode to a close, we got to talk about the mailbag real quick. 2 particular segments we put out recently. got a lot of comments. We got ratioed. It is what it is. We talked about Lil Wayne being overrated. We talked about Jay-Z's music not aging well. So we got a couple of comments from those posts. So this person here commented on the Lil Wayne being overrated post. His name is Nicholas Price Egg. I don't even know what the fuck.
What's up, Nicholas?
He says, New Yorkers don't travel, I guess. Y'all ain't ran hip-hop since Biggie died. Still holding on to Jay-Z. And he's not even looked at like that besides New York. I don't know how a rapper who's Hall of Fame, like Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think he's in the Library of Congress with one of his albums, can tour anywhere and sell it out, can be looked at as a regional artist.
Most Grammy nominations, I think it was, for hip hop.
A lot. Jay-Z's resume is a lot. I'm kind of tired of you niggas from down south just willfully saying anything about Jay-Z. Fuck y'all. Go ahead, Sam.
The whole reason Jay-Z is who he is because he wasn't regional. Nas stayed regional, right? That's my man's, right? But I'm the first one to admit Nas stayed with that New York vibe, and Jay-Z was like, nah, I'm gonna go do this Juvenile record. I'm gonna get
Bun B&M.
What's the
Big Pimpin'?
Yeah. I'm gonna get
it was
these
all
guys
good just a week ago with Too Short.
Right, you know what I mean? Like I'm a dibble and dabble outside of my region and get my presence up there, man. Like that's the whole reason why Hov is who he is today, is because he did not stay local. He went out there, he got Killer Mike on records. He did records with Dr. Dre, wrote records for Dr.
Snoop.
Dre. It's crazy. Like for y'all to say that like
The Watcher Part 2.
Right, we only fuck with Jay-Z because we're from New York and Jay-Z is local? What?
Like what are you talking about, bro? Hold on.
He's a whole legend.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Y'all really gotta stop the hate. Man.
Y'all gotta stop doing this thing where in order to lift your favorites up, you gotta knock down legends. Like Hov is a legend. He's not a regional legend. He's an all-time great. Hall of Fame, you fuck.
Your favorite rapper loves Hov.
This person's name is, let me make sure I get this shit right. Nukan Season. I don't fucking know. He says Jay-Z, most overrated rapper of all time, boring flow, boring delivery, had ghostwriters, and his songs still sucked. Lots of talented rappers from New York, but Jay-Z ain't one of them. Just the most famous. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because we're running out of time. Jay-Z actually got lit because of his music and his ability to rap. So where do you come from with this weird ass comment? Like, did you not listen? Like, Sid, help. I don't understand.
First of all, Hov did not have ghostwriters. Please stop that.
A reference track is not a ghostwriter, bro.
Yo, y'all gotta learn the difference. I mean, in the industry, if you're making records and somebody comes into the studio and says, "Hey, there's this record here that was, it's got the beat, it's got the hook, and all of this, and it was originally made for this artist, whatever, but they didn't use it, or like I have this idea, this is what the hook is gonna sound like, but it didn't work out with this project, so here it is for you. Here's the hook, right? You do the hook." That's making a record in the industry. That just is what it is. But to say you have ghostwriters, as a hip hop fan, you have to understand what that means and what the connotation is. You're saying that people wrote bars for Jay-Z? Is that what you're saying?
Crazy.
Because there's no way. That just did not happen. That has not happened. Jay-Z, everybody will tell you. Everybody that's worked with him will tell you. He gets in the studio, he hears the beat, and he just starts formulating bars in his head. You know what I mean? He doesn't even write shit himself. You're gonna tell me that other people have written stuff for him? Bars, verses?
Jay writes shit for other people.
Let's be clear. You buy a beat with a hook and a bridge on it, it's not ghostwriting.
Still DRE. He wrote the whole shit. Y'all don't. Who comes to Snoop Dogg? Does anybody come to Snoop Dogg?
No.
Because Snoop Dogg and Dre, was a producer first, so like
Snoop,
we don't
rapper.
look at him the same. But Snoop is a rapper's rapper. He's an MC, right? Snoop has gone on record and said, "Yo, Jay wrote this record for Dre, wrote the hook for me." I don't care about that shit. I'm gonna spit it. That shit was hot fire.
And if you were
write the
there in
bars.
99 and you know what 99 Hove sounded like, once you knew he wrote the song, you could literally hear
hear it.
99
You hear it,
Hove
bro.
in Dr. Dre's verse. Mr. Workout says, and he's responding on the Wayne post, I talked to more than a couple of hip hop fans under 30, and they all said that Lil Wayne will watch Jay-Z. This is why I don't like you guys politicking, because you're not being objective. So what puzzles me is, you talk to niggas under 30 who said that Lil Wayne will watch Jay-Z,
And we're
but
not
the niggas
objective.
above 30 are not being objective.
That's a
What?
Make it make sense.
That's a whole asterisk. Under 30. Under 30 is an asterisk. They were not here. They were not living. They were not walking on this earth when Hove had
Prime
the
Hove.
late 90s
yeah.
to early 2000s run. They just weren't here for it. So obviously they have no frame of reference in terms of that, right? But people that were here for both, with Jay-Z's run and Wayne's run, they will all, I guarantee you, like 90% of them will tell you.
Jay-Z got it.
Wayne was cool. He had his run, but Jay-Z got it.
It's
They will tell you that
2022, bro.
it's good for Wayne, but it's
But
not enough.
It's 2022.
It's not
so,
enough.
so these people who are under 30 was 9. It's 8.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck are we talking
Shut
about?
the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. And last but not least, Protect Your Peace says he wrote an essay. A lot of niggas been writing essays on Twitter. Y'all gotta
I got a
relax.
lot to say, man.
He says, I think when people say his music, Jay-Z, music hasn't aged well, it may have to do with Jay-Z's music still being resurfaced on charts and on song lists like Michael Jackson, Rolling Stones, Marvin Gaye, which is why younger generations learn and know their music like classic hits. Jay-Z's music has not aged like this. I don't see any of his classic hits resurfacing on Spotify, iTunes, etc. I think that's why listeners are referring to. I don't even know what he means by that. Even some of Eminem's old classics have aged well and breaking Spotify and iTunes records for songs that are being at least listened to. I mean, Sin Laughing is everything we need to hear.
Y'all telling me Eminem's music has aged well, but Jay-Z's hasn't?
Come on, bro.
Null and void. Next.
Null and void. Like,
Also, referencing and citing Rolling Stone and stuff like that.
Negative.
Go away.
I don't understand. Like, it just seems, again, when it comes to Jay, like it just seems like, I don't know if the scale is impossible to reach or they just don't like the nigga. And let me be clear, if you don't like Jay-Z, just say that and we'll move on. You know what I mean? But to say anything about a dude who's gotten every possible accolade that a musician can achieve, and then you say this in the comments, it's ridiculous. If you didn't listen to his albums, just say that. If you didn't hit Reasonable, you didn't hit Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Dynasty, Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2, The Black Album, Kingdom Come, American Gangster. You didn't hear Blueprint 3. You didn't hear 444, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. You didn't hear none of the R. Kelly's albums. You didn't hear the S. Carter mixtape. You didn't hear none of the features. If you didn't arrive until 2008, just say that. But stop going on social media and saying bullshit. It's exhausting. But now, after all of that, we've already kicked a few people off the lawn apparently. But sincere, the lawn is crowded. Kick them off the lawn, bro.
Nah, I mean, the people I was gonna kick off the lawn were those asterisk under 30 motherfuckers that were not here. They want to talk about stuff that they were not here for.
Right.
Like, how do you
And speak like fucking what's the word? Speak like
like some type of
Like
expert.
they knowledgeable
There you
about
go.
the shit.
Like you're not an expert. You're not
Knowledgeable.
You're not knowledgeable.
weren't there.
And you didn't do your research.
Right. You didn't do your homework. You haven't gone back and done the knowledge. Like, we've been here for all of it.
Historians.
Right? So if you're under 30, 28, 25,
Shut the fuck up.
whatever, you know what I mean? I understand that that you only have a certain frame of reference. That's cool, that's understandable. But if you weren't here for Jay-Z's and Lil Wayne's runs, both of them
Together.
right? You were only here to witness one of them, and that's your whole entire frame of reference, and you were not here for the other one, then you cannot form an informed opinion on this.
An objective opinion either. Get the fuck off of my lawn. Now, if you're 35, 32, 35, 40, whatever, right? If you were here for both, even 32 is a little young. 35, 40, if you were here to witness both of the runs, right, we can have a conversation. And if you say Wayne will beat Jay-Z in a versus, having witnessed both runs, all right. If you've witnessed both runs, I still think you're wrong, but we can have the conversation.
Right.
But I'm not about to have no conversation with nobody
Who
that
didn't witness both runs.
that wasn't there for an entire legendary elite run.
Especially 25-year-old nigga doing a podcast talking about Watch Your Throne like that was his debut album.
Yo,
like, shut the fuck up.
And if you're doing a podcast with microphones set up in the camera, looking cool and everything, but y'all not actually using the microphone because we can hear the audio and it's the fucking
It's shitty.
phone audio.
Sounds like in a fucking bathroom.
That's picking it
Nasty
up,
work.
like all sorts of like echo and you need to get the fuck off my lawn too, right? Go away.
Get off my lawn.
Episode 38 is in the books. Shout out to the homie Josh for recording us. Shout out to the homie Reem in the building with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's the Rap Roundtable. Denny, take us home, bro.
Yo, we in the building. Your man Deanie, the balance of the force. Sincere, the rappiest of all rap snobs. Jav, the point guard. We got Josh in the building. Shout out to the homie Reem. Hen dogged out. Turned away from the Casamigos for the Henny. I ain't mad at you, player. Yo, you see the new stickers? You see what the fuck going on here? This the Rap Roundtable, and we out of here.
Yes, sir.